Our next question is it true that vaccines cause autism?
Thanks for the question. The answer is no, vaccines do not cause autism. But let me acknowledge where this fear came from. In probably what was one of the biggest frauds in medical research history happened back in 1998, I believe, when in The Lancet, which is a British medical journal, published an article that was written about 12 subjects that attempted to say that there was an association between the MMR vaccine and them becoming autistic or developing an autism spectrum disorder. That was refuted within the next year with a large, over 450 cases epidemiologic study where they actually looked at cases over time and saw no association. And actually, since then, what was discovered, and this was an embarrassment to the publication, The Lancet, what was discovered was that actually the researcher was funded by attorneys representing children with lawsuits against vaccine companies. So the unfortunate thing is this sowed doubt in a lot of people's minds about the connection between the MMR vaccine particularly and autism. What has been shown in numerous studies since then, and my favorite is when the epidemiologists look at the case counts of autism over the years. They just each year. Now I'm going to go ahead and anticipate another question. Well, gee, aren't autism rates going up? They are, but the reason they're going up is because we continue to get better at case definition and case identification for the purposes of then getting them into treatment, hopefully at an early stage. But if you go back decades and look epidemiologically, which means following the population over time, the number of cases of autism, you never saw a step up, meaning a bump up, when the MMR vaccine was introduced. That line continued the same. So there has never been an ability to show there was any evidence at the population level of that occurring. My concern and the reason I'm glad we're talking about this is because this does create fear. Both of these things happen early in childhood. A child becomes autistic, they got an MMR vaccine. Oh, they must be connected. There's a lot of things that happen at the same time that don't mean that they're cause and effect. And we have never been able, since that one sample size of 12 article, there has never been any evidence to show this connection. So thank you for asking the question.
I would also just like to add, just to reiterate, that we are much better at screening for autism as well. So since we know what to look for as time has gone on, we have implemented screening tools within our schools that children, almost every child that's in the United States public school system or even private school system, the faculty, the counselors, the teachers are all taught how to use a tool that basically helps screen for learning deficiencies or learning deficits, including autism.
And we want to screen, and we want to screen early because the evidence does show that if you identify kids as early as possible, the sooner that you can institute particularly behavioral therapies, the better the prognosis long term.
Absolutely.